Hey everybody, welcome to Cool Tool number 11. That's how I'm going to do 11. This is my friend Dana Phillips, and she is going to be talking with us about DropBox. Dana is the owner. Her and her husband own Team Connections, which you guys work with leadership development for direct sellers, right?
Right.
All right. If you don't know Dana, you need to get to know Dana. She's amazing. But I'm excited to hear about DropBox because I also have DropBox and I use it pretty regularly, but I'm kind of excited that you might know stuff that I don't. So that might get me some new stuff. Tell us first, what do you love about DropBox?
Ooh, I was thinking about this, and there are really 4 S's. Okay.
Okay.
First one is security. No kidding. It is the most secure file. It's a file storage system is the bulk of it. There are lots of other little bells and whistles, but at the end of the day, it's like a file system, a lockbox, and it's cloud storage, and it is the most secure. I went up and I looked, and I was looking at compared to Google Drive and This is just my opinion, but also the experts are saying, yep, it's the most secure. So it's secure, which is really great. The other thing is it syncs better than just about any of the other cloud services. If you're using multiple, like my phone versus the desktop versus somebody else's monitor on our team, it's really nice because it automatically syncs behind the curtain, and you're not having to be the one that syncs it up, which some of the cloud storage you do.
Okay.
So the syncing is really good. The other one's sharing. And I don't know how many of you guys, like for your business, if you have to share, I know you do, but we have to share PowerPoints, we have to share documents, we have to share videos, we have to share big stuff for editing. And it is the easiest and the fastest to be able to share those great big, I was reading like how many hundreds of megabytes that it would share. And that's just like awesome, because when we want to send it to like our copywriter, we can send the whole video over, and so she can, edit it, then stick it back in DropBox and travel it, big amounts of things, so that one's really good. So the security, the syncing, the sharing, and then the support. A lot of cloud-based storage don't have a lot of great support. If you are not real good at it, it's like it's nice to be able to have these live chats with the DropBox people. Now that's the paid account. There isn't I don't think there's a live chat with the free account, and it's much smaller, but the large account is like you can store tons of stuff. So it truly is okay, how do I use it for my business, right?
The question is, so how do you use it for your business?
It is really like my go-to place for all of my file storage. For like, if I have a class with handouts, with PowerPoint, with a video, that's all in one folder, which is really awesome. And so do you use it too, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That's where I store stuff. Anything that I want to keep, anything that I want to retrieve pretty easily, well, you know what slows your computer down, right? What are the 2 big things that slow your computer down if you're using your desktop or your phone? It's videos, images. Those 2 just like will slow down. They make your phone crazy, right?
Yes, they do.
You're always having to get rid of the cache and do this. Well, when you store it all in DropBox, you can listen to it on DropBox on your phone or on your PC. And then at the same time, it's not taking up storage. So that I think is probably what I use it for. Again, we use it to like share files for editing or share files with people that we collaborate with, but also sharing files with people to watch it. So a person doesn't have to have a DropBox account.
Right.
In order to be able to view something or listen to something from DropBox, which is really good. And now that Google Photo is going to go to this thing where they're being a little crazy as of June. Did you hear this? Google Photo in June, you're not going to be able to, you have to pay for your storage after so much.
I did not hear that.
Put all of your photos in before June 2021. Because once those are all in, you're not going to have to pay for those, but anything over a certain limit.
So they're grandfathered in ahead of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So did not hear that.
With DropBox, it's really easy to be able to create shared albums and shared photos for family too. So I guess that's not business, but it is something that I do for family, because then I can just send a link to an album that they can see. This is what we did in October together,
Yeah.
But you can also create your own music stuff and put that in Dropbox, which I really, really like. Because have you ever noticed sometimes when you go over to iTunes or you go over to Spot and there's like this jerking when you're trying to get there? It's really nice because it's all there. And so it's synced between like my phone and my PC and an iPad, which I really like because you just open up the Dropbox and you can listen to the music that you've chosen.
I love it. I love it. Do you want to show it to us?
I
Like how
will
you
just show
use
you
it?
a couple of things. Yeah, I
Um,
will.
I think I already gave you rights.
You
All
did,
right.
and what happened? Let's see. That's my post attendee. I thought I had my Dropbox. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Let me
All right.
get
While you're getting that set up, just want to do our video disclaimer that says these are all opinions. Cool Tools are all opinion videos. So this is Dana's favorite tool that she uses. We're not saying it's the end all be all place to store all your stuff, but it's an awesome idea. And I also use Dropbox religiously. Dana, I'm going to turn off my screen so it's just you. I'm going to
Okay.
mute for a second so I can pull it up on my phone. And then if anybody has any questions, I will pop in and ask them of you.
Okay, so we do a lot of trainings for companies, and if you were a direct seller, this might be something where you're doing a training for your team and you want to keep it. And then 2 months later, she really needs to see this training. There's a new person and you really want her to see this training. And rather than scrolling all over in Facebook, which by the way, this is a secure place in case, like you've been talking about, Melanie, if it ever comes to the point where you lose those other online platforms, you've got all your stuff here, which is kind of nice to know. But anyway, this one's really cool. So like we did this webinar for this group, okay, and let me find one, a shared file. Okay, so you can see like these are the different classes we've done, but also this is all of the classes, and watch how deep these can go. So that I clicked on that. And so these are former past things, but then I can file them under former past things and have all of these documents that I need to probably do and then take them off my regular PC, which I really, really like a lot. Okay, so back to this. This is really cool how you can share. Let's say, I mean, for me, I use it to share with companies, but let's say that you are, did this great thing on booking, summer booking bonanza, right? And you want to share that again with some new people on your team and not necessarily having them go search around it in Facebook or anything like that. You can do that by saying share. Love this. Then you see where it says create a link. Okay, so I've created a link.
Mm-hmm.
And I can copy that link. And then I can go into Facebook, into Messenger and say, Susie, here is the link for summer booking ideas. And then click on that link and then she can view it straight from Messenger, which I totally love because then it's not as messy as trying to tell her where to find it in Facebook or go to this unit on summer bookings or whatever, and I really think that would be an advantage that you have. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, I'm
totally.
not clear as mud here, right?
It totally made sense.
Okay, then there are some other really cool things that happen is that you can retrieve files. If you screw up and delete something, you can go back and retrieve them for, I think it's 6 months back on the paid version. It's like it's $99.99 a month or $99 for a year to get the paid version, not the fancy paid version, but the first level of paid version, which is what we've done for our business.
Right. Me too.
The fancy paid version is for like big companies. So big companies would, use Dropbox that way. But you can see like, okay, so here's pics. Now, you know how much pictures take up on your phone, right?
Right.
So these are all the pictures. Then I can click on that and they're gross because I'm not going to show them all to you, but there's all the different pictures of thumbnails that we're using for the YouTube. So then I can share that with our marketing guy and he can have them and we don't have to send them. We don't have to have him go up someplace. I can just copy it and send it to him and he knows exactly which file I'm talking about instead of what Google Doc what was that in?
Was that? We have a question. It said, is this an app?
You can get the app. Yes, it is mobile friendly and you can do an app.
Good. And then she also says, my Dropbox also always tells me I'm full.
Okay, she got the full one.
I'm going to guess then, Jody, that
the free one would probably have it. It's what's the T stand for? Tetrabyte? Is that what that's called? A trilobite? Is that the T? Anyway, you get like 2 trilobytes on the free one. So that maybe hers might be full. on the free one. It could
That's
be.
what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that you're full on your free one,
Yeah.
because I cannot even tell you how much stuff I have
Oh,
in my
yeah.
paid one. It's
Yeah,
insane.
you can see how much junk I've got in mine.
And those MP4s that you have there take up an enormous amount of space. So
Absolutely.
no,
Absolutely.
it tells me
So,
I don't have enough room. Jody, do you have the paid version? Tell me if you have the paid version. You can go ahead, keep going.
oh, okay.
Oh no, no,
So,
okay, she answered. Okay.
okay. Free version.
I'm assuming so, yes.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that I like about it is it stores just tons and tons of stuff. So like if I do a Zoom and I record that Zoom and I want to put that onto Facebook, if I store it in Dropbox, it's not taking up any space on my computer or my phone. That I really like. And so
Mhm.
then if I wanted to have it edited, then I can have it in Dropbox, send it to our person that edits it, and they can bring it back, and then I can upload it to YouTube or upload it to any of those places, which I think for me, that's really valuable.
Mhm.
The other thing is you can see here that you can decide who sees stuff. And I don't know about other cloud storage, but that's one of the things that this is so secure is like, I've got 3 members that can see this. I've got only me that can see this. I've got, team connections, which is just, our whole team can see that. And that's, I think, really, I think that's really valuable because
Yeah,
if
and
you're
you can
sharing,
disconnect it too. So if you did a workshop for your team and then you're like, I only want them to have access to this for 30 days or something, you can go
absolutely, you
and
can,
disconnect that link and it disconnects for everybody.
right, exactly. That's right. And so, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff like well, when you look at zip files, you can keep those in here. You can keep
Which
videos in
takes
there.
up even less space when they're zipped and in
That's
there.
true.
Yes.
That is true. That is very true. And so, and then you can also go over here and just if you really like to be organized, because my husband's very organized and I'm not, because let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I'm not, you know me. So he's got, you see all of these folders that he's created that are shared folders that he's, like this is the most recent one that we were working on last summer, but then he files them and puts them into the right place. So everything that was former in this one, when I was collaborating with somebody, there's everything that we did. So he does the shared folders and he makes them real organized and beautiful. So it doesn't take much space. What I showed you, the all files, was like what it looks like before he starts to file it. I can find it because I just look at dates, right? And which
Right.
I also like, you can arrange it for dates or you can arrange it for when it was last shared. Then if you look at folders, okay, I think we did folders, files, okay, and
You're still under shared.
okay, there we go. There's links. And so these are all the ones that I've created links for and shared those links for. So if I want to go
Mm-hmm.
back to them, the links are already done. I just have to find them and there's the link setting. I can look for the link setting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to create a link all over again, like I was showing you how to do that. Anyway, that's it. I really like it. Somebody told me, now I have not done this, Melody. Somebody said you can actually create a website from Dropbox.
I have not done that either.
I
How
have not
interesting.
done that. I have thought about doing it, but I thought, what would be the advantage of me having a website, unless maybe it was a landing page. But since we have a website, that's,
Yeah, you
and I
kind of
was,
don't need that.
yeah,
Right.
that's, but you know what? I was just thinking if you're a direct seller and you needed, like, a lot of you guys have in direct selling, you have a website, a replicated website from your company.
Right.
And that's, that, but if you
And you
wanted
might want
to do like a
something you have
website
more
for your
control.
team or something like that, you sure
Mm-hmm.
could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what I love most about Dropbox is I am tough on my computers. I am, because I am on them so much and so long. So a laptop lasts me about 18 months or so. And I have, like you were talking at the beginning, I have my phone synced to Dropbox. My laptop is synced to Dropbox, and my my desktop right now that I'm on right now, it is also synced to Dropbox. And literally, I have it set that every single thing that I do, everything I do goes into Dropbox. Everything I download goes into Dropbox, everything. And I can always go in and take it out if I wanted to.
Right.
But I
But
can't tell you how many times I was telling you before we started that my laptop, when they're done, they go blue screen of death and I'm over. And luckily for me, everything I have ever done is either in Dropbox or Canva.
Yep.
Everything. So
Yep.
even though it sucks to lose my computer,
Right, which
I don't lose
you know, I
anything.
get that, but you know, this is a secure place to back it up, to have it stored someplace that you know.
Yeah, and I
and
don't have to remember to back it up. And that's what the syncing does. Is it does
Yeah.
it for me magically behind the scenes, and I have nothing to do with it.
Right, right. I don't have to concentrate. Oh, I should, you know how it says on sometimes like on Google Photos, you know, sync now, you know, this is all
Yes.
just done. It's
Or
just
download it to an external hard drive. Like I have every intention, but I never did.
right,
You know,
right.
it only takes losing your computer one time that you're like, that's the only lesson I need in this.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. And the thing that's been so great about it is because I know that it's going to Dropbox, I know that it's in here, I know that Neil's organizing it, but I can delete it. And I just have so much more space on my computer, and which makes your computer, you know, your desktop go faster, your PC go faster, your phone go faster if you're not storing a whole bunch of, you know, everything. Particularly the two biggies are videos and photos. Those are, I mean, I guess I didn't realize photos are even take up more space than an audio, than an MP3. Did you know
Wow.
that?
I did not know that.
They can, if you have like a whole bunch of photos that, you know.
But I love that the phone backs up into it. Like I love that the pictures back up there because I also apparently am very hard on my phones.
Yep.
Because
So
I don't
anyway,
lose anything.
that is Dropbox, and I love it. And I'm done sharing there. And you know, pretty simple. At the end of the day, it's really just a cloud storage system. And yes, it's worth paying for to have the paid version because I mean, you saw how I've been in business and had Dropbox now for over 2008. So 12 years of stuff is in there.
That's a lot of stuff in there
It is
for
a
the
lot of
$99 a year. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I haven't run out of room because I think it's 2 terabytes or anyway, it's just like thousands and millions of of stuff. So that's Dropbox. It is an oldie but a goodie.
Yes.
And
But it totally worked. And I did back in the day, I had like the free one, and then I would open another free one with another account, like another email address. And so I had like 4 or 5 free ones. And then I'm like, if you don't go into them all the time, they will actually delete it. Did you know that? Like,
yes,
if you don't
not using it
on a regular basis, like once a year, they'll delete it. So all of my stuff where I was corporate with Avon, Dana, I lost it all of it because I didn't check back in enough time. So now I was just like, nope, I am sending it all to this paid one, and I'm never losing anything again.
I was like you. We did the free one at first, and then Neil went, well, you know what? If we do the paid one, this will make total sense, because if we do the paid one, then we can share the account, because before it was like I couldn't share it with Neil and Neil couldn't share it with me, and
right.
Yeah. And so, you know, because we work together all the time, because we do have a big team of people that need to see it, they just all love it. They really do. And we've got our marketing person loves Google Docs, and I don't get me wrong, I love Google Doc too.
Yeah.
And it works for Google, for heaven's sake. So
no, Google Docs is great.
It is fantastic. And if you're looking for something free and you don't have a lot to store, I think, you know, I'm going to recommend that. But if you are to the point where, you know, you're planning on staying in business, you're doing a lot of videos, you want a safe place, a secure place, and you want it to be able to sync, like you said, sync up so that it automatically is doing syncing with
no
your
brainer,
phone,
right?
You do stuff. Dropbox is my baby.
I agree with you, Dana. It was so awesome to see you. I haven't seen your face live and in person in years. So
and we talk all the time, which is so
we do. I know, but not face to face. So it was awesome to see you. Tell Neil I said hello, and Wayne I said hello, and thank you for jumping on here and sharing your favorite tool.
Hey, thanks for doing this whole, what are you calling it?
Cool tools.
Cool tools. They're awesome, guys. Bye.
All right, bye, Dana.